Bryce Young, which the only story coming out of this, and this is like, oh, Joe Burrow's hands are too small. Oh, Mac Jones's feet are too small and he can't move around. Oh, Traylon Burks slowed down on the 40 and now people are freaking out about him. Kenny Pickett's hands last year. Bryce Young stood at 5'10" and a quarter inch, or I think 5'10". Was it a quarter inch or an eighth of an inch? I'm not sure. Either way, 5'10". So as tall as Russell Wilson and as tall as Kyler Murray, essentially. Weighed 204 pounds originally at Alabama in his playing time. He weighed 194. So the only question he answered was his small frame and his size at the end of the day, because he didn't do anything else. He had added weight, 10 pounds again for the combine. But I'm not going to sit here and say that, Bryce Young can't be the number one overall pick, that Bryce Young, I'm not going to say he's the best quarterback in the draft, but I do think he's the second best, and we'll get into who the first best is later for me. But, I mean, you look at him, he's 23-4 in his time at Alabama, 66% completion, 80 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, 47 touchdowns, 7 picks in 2021. Like, what can we say about that? He's a Heisman winner. We saw all the awards that he took home in the 2021 Heisman season. I'm not even going to name them off to bore you guys. He was doing big things with Alabama. I know he didn't win a title. I know he folded to Georgia. I totally understand all that. But Bryce had a good college career playing for Alabama. And again, when you play there, they mold you mentally. Nick Saban had nurtured him. We saw what he did to Georgia in the SEC title game. But being undersized and smaller than Baker Mayfield, smaller than Tua Tagovailoa, and again, about the same size as Kyler Murray, doesn't help when we've seen what happened with those guys. So that's why people are going to be reluctant to jump on Bryce Young in this draft. I'm not making a direct comparison for his height and weight to equal that type of career, but bigger guys unintentionally hurt smaller guys in the NFL. It's just what happens. Like, this is a very high-level contact sport. Guys that are smaller are going to get hurt a lot easier. And again, I don't want to freak out about this because he played great. And he's in the number one pick conversation for a reason. We know he's very athletic. He's got some of the best accuracy. Some say he's the best quarterback for accuracy in the draft. You've also got we know he's got athleticism. We know he's got great accuracy. People say he might be some of the best accuracy in the draft. His IQ is great. His patience, the way he ad-libs outside the pocket. There's bigger quarterbacks that are always more appealing